I've talked about devotional films before, and that includes anything related to God, and of course, gods, plural. If, if it's Bollywood related, or Tollywood related, or anything Asian related that involves gods, here's the problem. Every single movie that I've seen that talked about a god or gods, they had some sort of plot holes. But I can confirm, not all of them are like that. Some of them are profound, but if you were to produce a film or make a film surrounding devotional aspects of human identity, I would suggest that you use the movie franchise God's Not Dead as a cautionary tale as to how not to write a devotional movie. Because it's full of victimization and every plot hole you can think of. But my recommendation is for you to do something different. And that is exactly what I'm going to talk about here today. So welcome, story lovers, to the Story Dude Show with your host Jared Dean Winchester, bringing you a special episode for the month of September 2025. So let's get right into it, shall we? Honestly, the faith-based films, or devotional films as they are referred to as in Bollywood and Tollywood, they do have their place, but what they do wrong is they do not address the plot holes. It's either the filmmaker felt like it, so they just go ahead and make it, and they don't even listen to the critics. This is the one instance where I will agree with the critics on, because faith-based films and devotional films that have a lot of these plot holes, they're not really doing their audiences any favors. What they are doing is they're making a mockery of themselves and a mockery of the system. To be fair, if you are going to make a faith-based movie or something devotional, here's my tip for you. Take something meaningful from scripture, be it the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, or anything. Take something meaningful, something that adds value to life, something that is satisfactory, something that's fulfilling, and you find a way to turn that into a story. For example, when I was a kid, I came across a few of these stories. The message was simple. Now, one such story was in terms of how there's this wizard who, because he was infertile, he wanted a child. So what did he do? As he was doing his daily ritual, he came across a dead rat. So what he did, he used his powers to turn that dead rat into a baby, a human baby, a baby girl. Years later, this baby girl grew up, all ready for marriage. And what did the wizard do? The wizard took her to every element in the book. The clouds, the sun, all animals, but the girl didn't like them. But when he brought her to a mouse, a rat, she immediately fell for him. Now, the moral of the story here is let a rat be a rat, which is also a message that I'm going to pass on to you guys. And for all of those of you who try to change other people's lives, let a rat be a rat. It's not a biblical lesson, but it is a lesson nonetheless that tells you to let people be themselves. That is the hardcore lesson here. And I hope you take this into account. When you do, you will find that these people, when you let them be, they will thank you for it. Instead of you pushing their or your idea of life. You can tell them about your experiences, great, but this story that I just told you should drive home the fact that you have to let people be their authentic self. So, if you're gonna do this with faith-based films, keep the story in mind. Take something that is meaningful to you, turn that into a story. Make it stand. Make it something that resonates in humans, that relates to the public, instead of just mind-blowingly turning that movie into something like a sermon, which apparently the God's Not Dead franchise movies are incapable of, are actually doing this. That was their movie. It's a one big sermon, 1.5 hour to 2 hour sermon. So take this advice from me. This has been Jared Dean Winchester, also known as the Story Dude. Like, comment, and subscribe because I am posting episodes every week. So check them all out. And as always, don't forget to turn that page.